What's up, guys? This is Zach Gamble. You're listening to the Why So Serious Show. And now, stand up and make some noise for your cast of the Why So Serious Show on BlazeRadioOnline.com.
It is Tuesday, and it is time for the Why So Serious show on Blaze Radio, BlazeRadioOnline.com. It's supposed to be Mondays this semester, but COVID's still bad, and so we're recording on Sunday for Tuesday. The whole point was to have the show on Mondays, so we're the first show in the entire country to react to The Bachelor. But I'm Jesse Morrison, alongside Mallory Schnell, Alex Coyle. How y'all doing?
How you all doing, Jesse?
I am feeling it. Let me tell you, Conor McGregor is washed. I said it before the fight on Saturday, and what happened? Exactly what I tweeted out. I said that McGregor is washed. Poirier would win quickly right before the fight. You can't tell me ever again that my takes are bad. Let's hear the praise. Come on. Mallory?
Hmm?
Can I get I just need all the praise. Come on. Did you see what I did on Saturday night?
No.
I got the fight.
Jesse's the team that is down by 30 and slams one home and they get teed up for celebrating too much. That's Jesse right now. He gets one take right. Now he's got to celebrate. And
I went down by 30. I get like all my takes right. I said the Bucks would win.
Wow, you're like such a minority to say the Bucks were going to win.
I mean, the Packers were favored. We'll make it a hot take. That one's right. I said the Bills win, but 1 for 2. 1 for 2, 50-50.
Wow. I was 50-50 as well by saying the Packers and Chiefs were going to win.
What was that?
I was 50-50 as well, saying Packers and Chiefs were going to win, so we're the same.
No, you were 0 for 2. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, the Chiefs. Yeah, that's right. The Chiefs. Yeah, they won. And practically sold out.
Who did I predict?
I think you said the Chiefs and the Bucks. I think Mallory was 2-0 this week. So
I think I was. How was that?
Mallory's big Tom.
Mallory knows football.
You know, that just leads us in perfectly to our next segment. Mallory and I really didn't watch either of these games because we were doing ASU women's basketball against Utah. Absolutely atrocious game. It was one of the more boring games I've covered. I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like Mallory she's gone to 2 games this year, and both of them not. Well, one of them she left early because she was exposed to COVID, and didn't realize it until halftime, so she left at halftime. And then
just blurt that out. Just blurt that out in the show.
I mean, Mallory.
I didn't have it, by the way.
Never had it, so we're fine. We're fine. And then this game, it was a blowout by Utah somehow. I don't know. Their one player got super.
Yeah, I mean, it was boring.
5 for 5 from 3.
It was boring, but we still had fun.
Oh yeah, of course. I always have fun covering any game. Very grateful that I get to do it. But Alex, you watched
the game that I covered or was at in person as far as ASU basketball in general was the glorious finish to the ASU U of A game on Thursday night.
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow night in Tucson.
It's gonna be lovely. Just
driving down there. I'm excited to. McHale is beautiful. It's much nicer than Desert Financial Arena. But yeah, that team.
Arizona State basketball. Yeah.
Do you have any? I mean, hey, let's give the women's team some credit. They still are 8-4 and 4-4.
And they're missing some key contributors.
They're missing some key players. They're not as bad. They're somehow better than the men's team. I don't know how, but they are. But Alex,
this is the first time that the men's team has lost 5 games in a row under Hurley.
Great. That great fact of the day, Mallory.
Thank you.
But also, if you're going to point out that the women's team is shorthanded, men's team is shorthanded as well. But
True, but the men's team's missing Tay Cherry.
Right.
I mean, but Alex, do you have anything to say on the conference championship games? Because
I thought the Buccaneers Packers game was phenomenal until that pass interference call.
I don't know.
Say it was a pass interference. Say it wasn't a pass interference. But either way, it ruined the game. It ruined the game. It cheapened the ending. That's all I got to say about it. Whether it was a flag or not, it was just cheap. They weren't calling that all day long. I know Jesse has no clue what I'm talking about here, but it clinched the game for
the big story. The big story for me that I've heard is that is the field goal at the end.
Oh, that too, right?
That's what I've seen on Twitter. I haven't seen much about the penalty. I've just seen. I watched one drive of the game at halftime of the ASU women's game. I saw Tanyan score a touchdown. He's really good. Tunyon, whatever. He's a really good tight end. He might be top 2 in the league.
He was my tight end on both of my fantasy championship teams this year.
Yeah. What about the R league?
I'm going to be the number 1 seed in tier 2 next year. How about that?
My dad made it because of Tunyon. Oh, I just got a post sent to me by Mallory from Maddie.
Breaking news: Maddie Pruitt in Arizona.
Can we? That's the worst thing. This might be the worst thing that we do on this show is when a bachelor or bachelorette person is in Arizona, we always talk about it. And I don't really know what that has to do with anything. Like, are we going to hang out with them?
5 months ago, we were like, Hannah Ann in Arizona.
Exactly. All right, but I did want to dive more into ASU men's basketball and just the post game because it was hilarious.
Oh,
it was hilarious.
Oh, just so this is not my take. This is our good friend Chris Farendor's take, but Bobby Hurley could be playing 4D chess here.
Playing what?
4D chess with his answers because he acknowledges that he made a coaching mistake on the final possession with Remy Martin shooting the ball too quickly to where he didn't want to give the media answers about that so they would talk about that in the media. So he wanted to make the storyline him complaining about the refs instead of his bad coaching.
He fooled me.
That's not checkers.
That's what I wrote about.
Say that again?
That's what I wrote about. I mean, he fooled me.
He got you, Jesse.
I was late getting in because I was obviously in the arena, and I thought I was gonna watch it off a different computer, and didn't get in. And then I get in, and he's just talking on mute the first time when it starts, and then he gets on, and he just starts talking. And I'm like, oh, here we go. When he said, this might be the only answer I'd give you the whole time, I was like, all right, Marshawn Lynch.
It might have been a foul. Whatever. They're probably not going to call that at the end of the game anyway. Like,
right. No, I am completely fine with no call there. I mean, I've seen some angles.
Like the picture that he posted on Twitter that I think was the big nail in the coffin on the fine.
Is it still up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, a certain source within the basketball team sent me that as well in response to my tweet about I don't think there's a foul there. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was you could have gone both ways there, but at the end of the day, like that was not the reason they lost. They blew an 7 point lead at the end of the game, because of poor offensive possessions, which is
they didn't score in the final 2 minutes 22 seconds.
Both of my complaints about, and I'm sorry, my voice is a little shot, most of my complaints about both coaches, honestly, at ASU is their offensive schemes. However, I think that Charlie's a way better just like motivator and I don't know, team-oriented person to where it doesn't.
I could agree with that.
And their defense is so good that they can shoot like 25% sometimes and still win. So it's like not as bad like as when Bobby's team.
Well, here's I do want to give Hurley a little bit of credit though, because, and I don't know how much this might be a backhanded compliment.
You're a Hurley apologist, so
No, I am I am very reserved on the fire Hurley train, although the past few weeks has not helped that.
get on the train.
My feelings for him, but
what if Herm's on the train?
I don't think he really cares about basketball. I really don't. But to give Hurley credit, although it might be a backhanded compliment, they did try to run offense in the first 10 minutes of the first half. They tried to run sets. They just found themselves down 13 points because none of it could work. They tried. It just didn't work at all. So I don't know if that's worse for Hurley that he tried and doesn't have anything that actually works, or was it good that he actually is trying new things?
Mallory, what do you think? Are you on the train?
Comment.
No comment on the fire Bobby train? I've been on the train since before anybody was on the train. See, and now everybody's on the train. Now everybody's on the train, and I look like the smart one when everybody called me crazy 2 years ago. See, this is why I am not that team that's down 30. I am that team up 10 with a minute left in the fourth.
But the thing is, when you started the train, it didn't even have wheels. You just started trying to drive the train with no coal in it, with no wheels, no tracks laid down. You just started driving the train.
That's how all trains get started. You know, you start with the tracks and then you build the train.
No, you didn't start with the tracks. You started with the actual car.
Okay, well then I built the tracks after the car. You know, it's a whole process of getting the train ready to go. Mallory, put it on the poll. Is it a big process in getting a train ready to go?
And I would even say that there aren't that many people on the fire Bobby Hurley train. There's people on the it's time for Bobby to answer questions train.
I don't, you know, in certain.
If this becomes a repetitive, like if this happens next year, because that will be the second to last year in his contract, where at the end of the season it's either fire or extend, because nobody can recruit on a 1-year contract. That's when it becomes.
Who are they going to have next year is my question. Like
Colin Woods, Luther Muhammad, and then everybody that's not graduating.
But like still,
it'll be a much better team.
Their 4 best players.
Huh?
They're going to lose their 4 best players.
There's a very good, like a 95% scenario that happens. Yes.
Verge.
I will say.
Jeremy, Bagley, Christopher, probably all are gone.
Right.
Not built.
But you could also argue
this program's not built to be a one and done program.
Yet.
Yes.
Yeah, because they haven't shown that they can produce actual good quality one and dones in the end. But you could argue that next year there'll be a better team, like complementary style team than just a bunch of talent thrown together.
If I didn't care that much about my job, I would say I would have Mallory put on the poll, is Arizona State men's basketball just a bunch of talent thrown together?
Why not? Why not pose that? I mean
I don't know.
It's a good question to ask at this point.
Maybe I'll just ask Bobby after the game tomorrow.
He'll ask you what your major is at ASU.
That was so disrespectful. That was just, I'm Coach K and you're not.
Right, exactly. Like, you're in college, bud. Like, chill.
I thought it was a fair question.
I did too. I didn't think it was bad at all.
Also, Duke's struggling this year. Fire Coach K.
Hire Bobby and Duke.
Fire Coach K.
Remember when that's what people thought? Remember that? What that's people's concern was if Duke was going to hire Bobby Hurley away from ASU?
I mean, it's still a possibility. You never know. All right, here we go. The all crap, say no to ALCO failure, aka the ALCO formula. It is back. This is week 2. Last week the Blaze Radio stream was down, so we couldn't do week 1, but we got week 2. So Alex, take it away with your top 25 of whatever this is, because I still don't understand what exactly this formula is. What exactly are the criteria for ranking these teams? I still haven't gotten it in 2 years.
It's not a criteria thing. I do not choose this. I throw numbers in a computer, and the computer spits these teams back at me. The ALCO Top 25, week number 2, Gonzaga number 1, Baylor
Also,
number 2.
hold on. At any point, anybody could jump into this Zoom chat. We are past 9:25 Mountain Standard Time to bash or support, because I know there are like 4 or 5 supporters out there, and then some people on the fence. I
Who are
definitely
the
like this
supporters?
segment. What was that, Mallory?
Who are the supporters?
I don't know.
They're out there. They're out there.
Out there. All right, Alex, do your top 25.
All right, number 1, Gonzaga. Number 2, Baylor. Number 3, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Take that, Tennessee fans. Number 4, Houston. Number 5, Michigan. Not going to play a game for at least 2 weeks. Number 6, Texas. Number 7, Missouri. Take that, Tennessee fans. Number 8, USC. Number 9, Ohio State. Number 10, the Cougars from BYU.
Mallory, put on the poll, take that, Tennessee fans, question mark.
Yes. Number 11, the Rockets from Toledo. Number 12, UCLA. 13, Colorado. Number 14, the Huggy Bear, West Virginia. 15, Boise State. 16, Wisconsin. 17, Arkansas. Number 18, Western Kentucky. Hilltoppers. Number 19, Minnesota, down from number 2. Iowa, number 20, the Purdue Boilermakers, also known as Perdon't, at 21. Drake, 22. And no, that's not the man from the 6. Virginia Tech, 23. The Hokies.
Go Hokies.
Number 24, Jesse's VCU. Number 25, the Creighton
college basketball team. So, what was it? I'm sorry.
25, Creighton Jays.
Okay, Toledo really in the top 10.
Say that again. My internet is going nuts.
Toledo and Alabama. Come on, man. How are they in the top 10?
Alabama's 13-3. Hold on. Let me scroll back up to the top here. Alabama's 13-3 with the 13th hardest schedule in the country right now, Jesse, and a very good RPI.
Yeah, but they're not going to win anything. They're Alabama. They're a football school.
Okay, but I'm just showing you what the season that they had, according to this, huh?
Avery Johnson's still their coach?
No, it's the former Buffalo coach that took over after Hurley. I can't remember his name right now.
Doesn't
that
guy.
guy.
These coaches that
I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, Alabama 13-3. Again, 13th hardest schedule. Anybody else you got any qualms about?
Mallory, what do you think?
Where's Syracuse?
Cuse. 63.
All right. Where's Arizona State?
Oh, we were talking about this earlier. Arizona State, the Sun Devils, 216.
Jesus.
Not 206, 216.
What about Princeton?
They have not played this year. They find themselves at 343 because it alphabetizes after 0.
What about American University? One of the last teams to start playing. My dad's alma mater.
So American University last week had the toughest strength of schedule among Division I games in the nation. Now they have the 72nd best. They're 1-2. They're at 320th.
Central Connecticut.
Not a lot of games to show for. It doesn't help.
Central Connecticut State under head coach Danielle Marshall. I think he's still there.
Central Con State, 271, 3-9.
What about powerhouse UTEP?
The Miners, 219.
By double digits.
Big rebounding margin in that one as well.
Did you say Florida State already?
That'll be
47th.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
Leonard Hamilton's group.
What some people say, Final Four team. Some
One of
people
the most underrated coaches.
Two useful alumni on the starting roster there.
Yeah. Scotty, right? Scotty something.
Scotty Barnes and Balsha Koprivica.
People are saying Final Four team.
Final 14. Leonard Hamilton always has his teams in the tournament. One of the best football school coaches.
Put on the poll, does Leonard Hamilton like bacon?
Why?
Because he had a player named Bacon a couple years ago.
Everybody has a Bacon. Isn't Bacon in the NBA now?
I believe so, yeah. I don't know who he plays for. Probably for Charlotte, I'm going to guess.
Why do you get Charlotte?
It's just
That's just where everyone goes.
you owe me $100 if he's on Charlotte.
He's a Magic player. Same team.
Yeah, Charlotte and the Magic are the same.
Dwayne Bacon. He shot 35% last year from the field.
I watched Dwayne Bacon get beat by the Valparaiso Crusaders in I believe it was the 2016 NIT at Valparaiso. Sat second row for that baby.
By the way, there's a U of A video coordinator that brags about being a 2-time WNIT champion. On his Twitter bio.
Say that again?
There is a video coordinator for Arizona women's basketball that brags on Twitter about being a 2-time WNIT champion. Bar is low.
At U of A?
I guess. I think they won in 2019. I guess he was somewhere else before that because I don't think they won other times. But still, that's
How about that?
about being not in tournament. Again, that's what the
Just so everyone knows, United States Postal Service, their website is down.
post office really needs to. Why does it even exist anymore?
Well, no, very political. Don't talk about that.
I mean, politics.
Road schmode.
Road schmo. By the way, Alex, I don't know if you knew this. I just wanted to let you in a little inside info. I'm logged into various Twitter accounts. I went into all of those Twitter accounts and voted no in that poll.
Put in the poll. Does Jesse do that with every poll?
I do not do that with every poll. This was the
Yes
first
and
poll.
yes.
Because I knew I was right, but like I wasn't getting the amount of votes that I wanted. So I just went in there. I mean, I think it's okay. In my opinion, it's okay. We're getting no callers. Unfortunate. It's probably because it's Sunday night, and I thought we would at least get Dominic Stern in here.
No Braiden Bell. He doesn't want to know where the Lancers are at.
Yeah, where's CBU, the Fighting Braiden Bells?
Do not call them Cal Baptist.
Cal Baptist.
Oh, do you remember he told us that last year?
Yeah, I know, but he's not on.
258.
Thanks. Weren't they supposed to? Didn't he say they moved? He was calling for them to be top 25.
He was.
What's their record?
They have the 347th hardest schedule.
What's their record though?
4-4 in Division I games. These are only Division I games.
Braiden Bell has a broadcast partner now. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter or Instagram. He's got a broadcast partner. Former
player. Former player. My Wi-Fi is terrible.
Yeah.
Shout out Ropo.
You're having some struggles here. Yeah, you know, I'm sorry, Alight Tempe had the new name for my glorious apartment complex in Tempe, Arizona.
Is everyone just saying where they live? I'm not going to say where I live.
He reads 3 Super Bowl appearances will be all in Florida, by the way, Jacksonville, Miami, and Tampa.
How about that?
How about that? All right, let me go to the sounds real quick.
Any other schools you guys want to know about? Any other schools?
I don't really have any other schools. You went through all the
Cal Berkeley.
Oh yeah, Mallory's got a high school friend that rides the Pine there. He doesn't really play. Nice kid though, apparently.
163.
Mm-hmm.
Good in school, right, Mallory?
Indiana Hoosiers 61.
What about UCF?
The Knights.
Grand Canyon 148.
Grand Canyon. Too many fans.
UCF 313.
Too many fans.
Florida
UF.
Gulf Coast 231.
UF.
What? University of Florida. Excuse me.
Oh, come on.
70.
Come on, that's a $5 fine. Oh.
No, that was intentional. I wanted everybody to say excuse or bless you on the radio.
No, you're just fine. You gotta know. You gotta be better than that. You gotta be quicker than that. Got you $1.
Florida's at 70. Anybody else?
This is terrible radio. High Point. I think they're still in the Big South.
284.
What about Radford? How they're doing this year?
Throwback to when ASU destroyed them last year. 90.
Radford last year?
Radford at 90.
What about Longwood?
Don't laugh about that, Jesse. It's not funny.
I'm not laughing about it for that reason, but it is. I just realized that that's the name of their school.
One spot ahead of the Sun Devils, 215.
Oh, Longwood, they're behind Longwood. No.
Any Montana schools?
Yeah, the Montana and Montana State.
Montana 227.
Mm-hmm.
Montana State 126.
Wow, high rate.
Wow.
Tournament bound potentially. They should go to that 96 team tournament this year. That'd be fun.
This would be the year to do that for sure.
And then they would just keep it though. Which honestly, now that I think about it, like it's still like not even a third of the teams, right?
Anybody's just want to see a number. Who's number what? Auburn number 69. Nice.
Nice. What about
36 and 63.
36. Okay, this is gonna be hard.
oh,
Kansas Rock Chalk
And 63.
fighting NCAA violations? The Kansas State.
63 Syracuse.
Oh, right.
Where is Strayer University? Or ITT Tech? I think they folded, but ITT Tech. What about them? Where are they at?
They are approximately 359th.
What about Full Sail? Where's Full Sail?
300 tied for 359th.
Okay. Same with Strayer.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Very interesting. All right. Are we ready for what are we doing, or are we ready for what are we doing?
You want to know who has the most losses
Who?
without a win?
I don't know.
Jerry Rice's Mississippi Valley State, Kennesaw State, and South Carolina State.
South Carolina State's Division I.
Yeah. As is Texas A&M Corpus Christi and Tarleton State.
What? Who are they? Are they the new school that I found out about?
Tarleton State is in the WAC.
What?
Action.
Who went to this school? All right, are we ready for what are we doing though? How many losses do they have, by the way?
13.
Most teams haven't even played 13 games, much less lose. My charger fell. All right.
That's fun.
It is. It really is.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
All right, Mallory. Come back to you.
Yeah.
Alex, what's up?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah, you got anything?
Oh, you know what? What are we doing to I want to get the players right. I'm not sure. Whoever missed the box out on the U of A player that got the putback. What are we doing? Just ran right by him.
I think it was like Verge and a couple other guys just standing around the free throw line, just stationary, like they're, their feet were just cement. That was those guys there. All right, that's a good one. All right, my what are we doing is Buffalo Wild Wings. You know, Mallory and I were going to go there today. We were going to sit outside, be safe and responsible for COVID. It was, it was an hour and a half after it had started raining, and they said, our patio is soaking wet, blah blah blah, and our outdoor dining is closed. So I left. Buffalo Wild Wings. What are you doing? Wipe down the tables.
I had Portillo's instead. Shout out to Lotto.
Shout out Chi-Town, baby.
I haven't had anything still. I haven't had any food. Or it's like 9:44 here on a Sunday. And I still haven't had anything since my I had 2 Circle K chicken sandwiches today. That's it. And a Red Bull. Oh, a book by Barack Obama. I thought we weren't getting political.
The book by the President of the United States.
By the way, something we should note. We should get into this actually after the segment, but my other what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, Braiden Bell has entered the chat.
Here we go. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Braiden Bell, how's it going?
Gentlemen and ladies, how are we? I mean, I had to join momentarily, and it brings me no pleasure, frankly. But
no pleasure. Wow.
Well, that might be a bit harsh, but ALCO. I mean, I have many thoughts. I do, and I respect the formula. I respect the work. I mainly want to I want to hear your main defense of the substantial differences that seem to come up on a weekly basis.
Substantial differences in terms of what?
The overwhelming majority of other knowledgeable college basketball fans and their opinions of the ranking based on their. So, I'm trying to find nice ways to say things here, but you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah. So you want to hear a fact about last week's rankings?
Sure.
Every single team listed was either in the top 25 or receiving votes.
Right.
So yes, correct. Minnesota was very, very high, very, very high, and I feel like they're respectably ranked this week. Again, what people don't understand, I have no control over this.
Of course, it's a formula.
This is just numbers go in, computer spits back. Gophers, man, they choked against the Terps, man. Hey, those Turtles, pretty scary.
Well, they're pesky, and that's definitely true. I guess more than anything is, and be honest here, level with me. Do you take any sort of pleasure in knowing that you rile up a dozen people at least every week when you release the rankings?
I'm going to be honest. I take more than just pleasure riling those people, especially the Tennessee fan base. The Tennessee fan base who then loses by 26 at Florida and by 9 at home to Missouri after complaining that Missouri was ahead of them. That's just a tough scene for my friends in Knoxville, man. It's tough.
And you're mainly talking to Peyton here, right?
Well, he's not even a Tennessee fan. It's his followers from his radio show.
Oh boy.
Tough. And the Photoshop that was circulating last week, fantastic. I love everything about that. It gives me something to not look forward to, a goal to avoid. So lovely.
Braiden, do you have any issues with Alex? Where's CBU ranked again?
I got it pulled up right here, 258.
Yeah.
I mean, our Ken Palm is similar.
The problem with them. Here's the problem with them. They just haven't played a lot of Division I games.
Yeah, well, I want to know who's around us. I think that is a bit low, honestly, but I want to hear who's around us, and then I'll give you my real opinion on this.
By the way, I drove past the arena when I went to the USC game, Braiden.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
not bad.
Me and Alex Gall said, "Oh, look, the Fighting Braiden Bells."
Don't call it Cal Baptist.
Yeah, no, they don't
I
like
just
that.
I just keep it safe. I keep it with the Fighting Braiden Bells. I think I'm
Yeah.
good.
You can call it Cal Baptist, just not on air.
There you go. The problem that really hurts CBU is the 347th schedule in the country. That's another one that's
Now,
But-
and that's tough this year because there were some decent non-conference games that just flat out got canceled.
especially at Arizona.
Yeah.
Tough. But teams that are around, you got teams like Cincinnati, Wake Forest, William and Mary, Fresno State, IUPUI. That's three.
Wow, I was not when I asked teams around, I was not expecting some Power 6 squads. So this is welcoming. I mean, I'm not here to plead my case about my Lancers, but they did put up 96 yesterday on Long Beach State, who
Powerful second half.
Powerful second half. Look at you. Yeah, it was a good night to be in Riverside. So, I know we're all whack hoop aficionados around here. We love waction and
Running with the whack.
running with the whack.
Jesse just learned today about Tarleton State
Who are they?
in the WAC.
I sadly know quite a bit about them because we played them a week ago. I mean, what do you want to know? Billy Gillespie's the head coach. He's a former head coach of Kentucky and Texas A&M, among other squads.
What happened to him?
He got a couple DUIs when he was at Kentucky, I know, and then there was a scandal of I think there was either physical or verbal abuse towards multiple players. So he was at Ranger College. It's a JC in the middle of Texas, and then he just got the job at Tarleton State this year. So
Big Texas guy.
Well, it seems like when people have issues with their personalities, they flee to two places, Florida or Texas, and he found Texas. So
Or Auburn.
Hey, War Damn Eagle.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. I mean, I'm satisfied with the answers you give, and I gotta be honest, I almost enjoy ALCO as well. It always spices up my timeline for a little bit, and if nothing more, if I don't have any huge quarrels with the rankings, I know someone else will, and I just await some arguments. So,
and the way that this week was at least good for people's ALCO standards, there was a very quiet reaction.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to put maybe Toledo at number 2 next week.
I don't want to. Well, the formula would do that, but I don't want to rain on your parade. But I think maybe some of it had to do with the fact there were a couple decently big football games going on today. So maybe the focus was
correct, and the majority of the people that pay attention had a certain team invested, especially in the late game.
Yeah, that's a very good point as well. But I mean, hey, live with it, man. You run this week. This is big. So.
Hey, I'm riding that Tennessee high all the way into March.
Oh God, he is owning up to the Vol hate. Okay, well, I got to be honest. I was elbows deep in National Treasure, and I paused it. A great documentary, National Treasure. I paused it. I had to come over here and hear your reasonings of things, but I can't say I'm a fan of ALCO, but I'm certainly an entertained party. And we pay very close attention to it here in the WAC. And in fact, if you text me Dixie State and CBU's rankings, there's a shot I can mention that on next week's broadcast. I'll give you that.
I totally forgot about that matchup. And Jesse, yes, Dixie State is indeed a school in the WAC, 305th.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Isn't Dixie like the South,
Southern Utah?
Okay, all right, whatever.
It makes no sense, but and they actually some breaking news that I assume you guys probably don't know. Well, actually, I hope you don't know this. They are going to be changing their name from Dixie State in lieu of some racist history with the word Dixie, and some students were feeling uncomfortable. So it will not be Dixie State much longer. But
ALCO, this is our chance to get them petition them to change their name.
ALCO State University.
Yes, ALCO State University.
I hate this.
The real ASU, ALCO State.
Yes, the
Yeah.
real ASU.
Alex, please tweet that.
I definitely will.
Yeah, I'll send you their athletic director's Twitter, and then you can send it over to him. What would the mascot be for ALCO State, by the way? Yeah.
Okay. What would the mascot?
The fighting formulas. Yeah.
Yes.
It'd just be a percentage or something.
And the logo would be a massive number, like the hashtag, the number sign, the pound sign, whatever you want to call it.
There you go.
They would change their they would change their jerseys to each week's rankings of the ALCO, like number 247.
Oh, good God. Oh God. Yeah. Send me those, and I'll say it super casually. So like sometimes I'll just throw in a stat in the broadcast, and I'll just say like Dixie State is, what'd you say, 301?
305.
305. Dixie State coming in at 305 in the ALCO, and then I'll just move on.
Are we really gonna have this thrown out on like an actual broadcast?
I won't totally guarantee it, but if the game flow permits and I'm feeling generous, I will, and then I'll send you guys the audio for it.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Okay, much appreciated.
Braiden, I just wanted to get just quick thoughts on your alma mater and their men's basketball program.
Now you're trying to get me all fired up, are you? Okay.
Whatever you want to say.
Well, I know you have been against Bobby for a while, and this has been well established.
Team onto a side, and now I'm back on the fire train.
So
Rick Pitino's available.
Oh God.
No.
I think that everyone's gonna agree it's been very disappointing, and I got to be honest, they're not a fun team to watch. I have not watched a game this year and left it saying, wow, that was a fun 2 hours. I'm glad I invested that time. It's usually either anger or like dread. And those are the two emotions I feel. But it's only hard because this team actually had real expectations for the first time since who knows when. I mean, even the guard U team obviously didn't have any expectations going in. And then the team with Zylan and Lou Dort, kind of expectations, but nothing like this year. So you finally get real expectations. You have good players, you have stars, but I almost feel like there's too many personalities to go around, and they haven't been able to reel those in for the season. But yeah, I know this is kind of a long answer, but they're not fun to watch. And I mean, my defense of Bobby, and I'll round it out with this. My defense of Bobby is that, I mean, you look at Duke's record, and I'm not comparing ASU to these schools, by the way. I want to do that up front. But you look at Duke's record this year, you look at Kentucky, it's almost a throwaway season. And I know people don't like to hear that, but there's so many weird things going on, and there's so many off the court things that don't happen in a normal world that I think every coach, especially Bobby, where before this season had gone, it would have been 3 straight tournament appearances, which is great for ASU. I don't think you overreact off of one season. Is it bad, and is there more pressure on him going into next year? Absolutely, and there should be. But I don't think you overreact and like put him on the hot seat based off of a season where you might play 20 games the whole time, and you had to play a weekend series against UCLA and USC without 4 or 5 guys. One of them was because of mono, which didn't get talked about enough.
Lots of guys getting mono during this COVID time. Very interesting.
Yeah, and people forget that might not have been the most costly mono bug of all time in ASU athletics. Kalen Balaj missed the Texas A&M game back in 2015 with a poor case of mono. But anyways, that's my take. I mean, it's disappointing, but you can't fire him.
All right, I always have to do this. My top 5 coaches to replace Bobby Hurley.
You got Patino. We know this. I've seen this.
Oh, wait, no, it's changed a little bit. Number 5, Charlie Turner Thorne coaches both teams. That'd be a little hard when they have games in separate places on the same day. But over Zoom, whatever. Just have that little cart that would roll around Cronkite with a face on it, or like that teacher that would sit up in 6'4" and roll around the clock. All right, whatever. Okay. Number 4, Bruce Pearl, because it's inevitable.
Too much sweat.
Number 3, Sean Miller. Because that.
God.
Wins games. Wins games.
This
I
list is
watched
getting
him attack
worse.
a ref.
Number
Who's
two,
next? Bob Knight?
Bob Knight was on the old list.
Oh,
On
God.
old
Jesus.
now. Number 2 is, again, former Cleveland Cavaliers head coach David Blatt. He's out. and then number 1, of course, the great Rick Pitino, the vampire himself.
Surprised you didn't say Hugh Freeze or Art Briles should get into basketball.
Absolutely not. I don't go that low.
What's the difference between him and Rick Pitino? Not that much.
Rick Pitino.
Argue that Rick Pitino's worse.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
I don't know. But Rick Pitino has a job. Let's say that.
Here's what I will say. Bobby Hurley will be welcomed at ALCO State University to be the next head coach.
Oh, God. The rest of the WAC would shudder with fear if that was the case. I'll tell you that.
ALCO State lands 5-star.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
All right, Braiden, do you have anything else for us?
No, I it's tough for me to speak on ALCO. It really is, because I respect you as a man, but sometimes the formula, I think, leads you astray. But
that's exactly the way I want it. That's exactly.
Actually, I have one more quick thing, and then I will let you go. I'm sure you have it like set up really nicely in Excel or something. Is that how the formula is generated? So how long does it take
Google
you?
Sheets, yes.
Google Sheets. Okay. How long does it take you per week?
So it used to be 3 hours a week. Now I figured it out to where it could take me a half hour.
Wow.
Always cutting corners.
That's expediting the
Not
process.
cutting
Yeah,
corners.
is that leading to some inaccuracies? Should I really trust the Lancers right
More
now?
accurate. More accurate. Lot less human error, I found.
He's working what is it? Smarter but not harder. Yeah.
Correct.
Braiden, are you all eligible for the tournament this year, or is that next year?
Next year.
Even
next year.
for the ALCO, that's why they're just laying low in the ALCO.
Yeah, and we will be in the WAC tournament though, so we could create some chaos there. The Lancers pull off some upsets.
This is a perfect year,
Oh, yeah.
throw out ALCOs in the broadcast, because next year maybe you really lock in on serious broadcasts, because
we might actually talk things. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Maybe. Okay, I'll put it like this. If I will do it, it would be on the Friday game, because we play back-to-backs this year in the WAC. So I will do it on the Friday game. And I will, we got to have like a code word, because I'll put it out on Twitter before I do it. So then if you guys see it, Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time is tip-off. I'll do it around like in the first half at some point. And if I'm feeling up to it, you guys give me the code word, and I'll tweet it. I'll tweet out the code word in my pregame video tweet, and then you guys can be on the lookout for it. So give me a code word.
Up to you on that.
Yeah, so I'll be keeping an eye on that while I am calling. I believe it is St. Mary's against Shadow Mountain, but yes, it will definitely.
Oh, you have a call that night. Okay.
Masks on high school basketball.
Hey, St. Mary's Brophy, a rivalry game Wednesday night, 7:00 on We Are SM Hoops YouTube.
That's a tempting offer.
I could probably call Santan Charter games, but I don't want to get COVID.
It's fair. It's very fair.
I don't know, Braiden. The crowds at the football games were quite something to be seen.
Yeah, see, we don't have anyone in our building, and it is a different world. Back to Tarleton State, actually, briefly, and then I am going to go for sure and get back to my feature film. But Tarleton State here last weekend, and I believe it was their 7th and 8th game of the year, maybe 9th and 10th, either way. That was their first game of the year where they did not have any fans in attendance.
Ooh.
We just have luck. We have about 50 friends and family here at Arizona State.
That's totally fine, I think.
Yes, and they all wear masks over their noses too, unless they're yelling at the refs. Sometimes they pull.
Which happened a lot on Friday night.
Oh yeah, what do we think about? And I haven't been able to talk to any ASU people about this, because I just talk to people I work with now, and I forgot to bring this up to also a stern critic of ALCO, Zach Pacale.
Yes.
I want to know your thoughts, not on the no call, but on the tweet after.
The tweet. Just the whole like everything. The post game press conference where he starts off his rant on mute, and then gets off mute, and then he basically only talks about the refs and that play the entire time. It was a glorious, 1 hour after that game.
I thought, yeah.
The minute he opened his mouth, I was like, oh, fine.
Yeah. From the soon-to-be departed Larry Scott of all people.
So. Yes, exactly. On the day he leaves.
Cheers to that, right?
Five of who should replace him as commissioner.
Oh, hold on. Let me think. There are a lot of names shifting through my head. Who you got? I'm excited.
Me, you, Braiden, Jeremy Schnell. Unfortunately, Zach Bacale and Max Bechtold.
Wow, I'm not on the list.
No, you already get your university.
No, listen. We could have the ALCO decide the standings for the Pac-12 tournament seeding.
Jesus, it wouldn't even be based on win and loss. It'd be If Bacale, I'll leave you with this. If Bacale was the commissioner of the Pac-12, that conference would be the most organized conference in America, but it would also be led with an iron fist, and there would be a great sense of fear.
Nobody would
no one would get along. There would be tension would be palpable throughout the entire conference. Each university president would be horrified because Bacale would have them all by their necks. I like that. I'll campaign for that.
I think I'm
all right, fellas.
I'll get behind that one. Yeah.
It has been a pleasure. Keep going with ALCO. I mean,
Cage.
It's fun. It's fun to look at. I'll give you that.
Fun. That's exactly what we're working for.
All right.
Thanks for saving the show here, Braiden. We were almost running out of topics.
Oh, well, good. Yeah, I'm glad you're on life support. Good.
All right.
All right, guys.
See ya.
All right, Mallory, what are we doing?
Braiden Bell, how about that?
All right, Mallory, keep going. What's your what are we doing?
My what are we doing is like a continued what are we doing from a few weeks ago. Sabrina Carpenter.
This was on the show plan anyway, so why don't we just go into it?
Okay. So we all know Olivia.
5 minutes, by the way.
You have 5 minutes, you said? Okay, I mean, you can hop off and Mallory and I can just keep going. It's fine with me. Whatever. Keep going. Whatever. Here we go.
Olivia Rodrigo released her driver's license song, debuted #1, like breaking all these records.
Great vocals. Let me tell you right there.
Amazing song. Everyone loves it. But remember, in one of the first lines, she says, "You're probably with that blonde girl or whatever." Sabrina.
There goes Alex. Okay, keep going, Mallory. I'm very interested in this. I know others aren't, but I'm very interested in what you have to say here. This is your big moment.
Sabrina Carpenter says in her song, "Maybe blonde was the only rhyme." Wow. She also says, you can try to get under my skin while he's on mine. That's like rubbing it in her face. She's 17 and Sabrina's 21. Like, you're bullying a kid.
Yeah. Somebody on Twitter said she's about a month away from turning 18, so she can handle it. And I'm just like, no, nobody should be like, no, like I don't know how to feel about any of this because number one, your boy, what's his face with the Lie 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 song, he shouldn't be dating a 17-year-old. Olivia's parents shouldn't be allowing her to date someone that's over 18. And then you got Sabrina over here just like, trashing a 17-year-olds and just trashing someone in general. I don't like it.
Like, Olivia's song wasn't even, like, all she said that she was blonde. And like, then Sabrina saying, "You're trying to get under my skin." Like, what? And then in the bridge, Sabrina says, "Don't drive yourself insane." Driver's license.
I mean, you're 100% right. I mean, this is a horrible dig at.
But we have breaking news as of yesterday. Okay, I have not told you this yet. If you go on Apple Music and look up Joshua Bassett's upcoming EP, there is now a track list there with the names of the songs.
Is there
Track
Palm
5.
Girl and Driver Girl on the song?
Track 5, We Both Know, featuring Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh no. Oh no. Is there oh no. Oh no. And by the way, let me just tell you right now. Now, Olivia Rodrigo is a way better singer here than Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina
Yeah.
song. Like Sabrina Carpenter is one of these new singers that now Ariana Grande I think started this, but however she's good at it. It's like when Green Day, when everybody tried to sing like Green Day, they didn't sound as good. So it's like with the breathy vocals. I don't like it, but it's fine for the first person, but everybody else that tried it, it's not.
Oh, I did not see this till just now. Sabrina has come out with a statement as of 2 hours ago.
Wow, here we go. Okay.
Thank you to everyone who has listened to Skin, especially those who have opened their minds to lyrically what I was trying to get across. I wasn't bothered by a few lines in a magnificent song and wrote a diss track about it. I was at a tipping point in my life for countless reasons. So I was inspired to do what I usually do to cope, write something that I wish I could have told myself in the past. People can only get to you if you give them the power to, and a lot of people were trying to get to me. This song isn't calling out one single person. Some lines address a specific situation, while other lines address plenty of other experiences I've had this past year. It also shows that many things have actually gotten under my skin, and I'm learning to not give other people so much power over my feelings. I know a lot of you struggle with the same thing. I don't want this to become an endless cycle, so please don't take this as an opportunity to send more hate anyone's way. Lots of love to you all. Thanks for letting me grow. I don't know about that.
This is some serious drama to these people are they're like newly celebrities, correct? Like they've been celebrities for about a year, all of them. Am I right?
Sabrina Carpenter has been a celebrity since like her whole life.
Okay, well I didn't know that. But the other two, what about them?
Olivia and Josh, like 3 years.
Okay, well still they're all pretty young. This might be hurting their careers, or it's helping. I don't know. But it seems just like a petty fight to me. That's very immature and very much something that people 21 and under would fight about. Like, also, none of these people are probably going to marry each other anyway. Especially, I'm sorry, Olivia, but like the likelihood of you meeting your future husband at 17, that's very rare. So, just throwing that one out there. But Mallory,
I just randomly wanted to see if she put anything on her story and was not expecting a whole statement.
So just switching topics a little bit. Did you hear about Queen Victoria's arrest from like 8 years ago?
In Publix. It's my favorite South Florida grocery store.
That's a felony, right? Stealing like $250 worth of something is a felony.
Yeah, so I read she went through the self-checkout and actually bought the groceries, but put a bunch of makeup like in a purse and didn't pay for any of that stuff.
Wow.
Like, and put, like how there's like a top part on the shopping cart, like where you put your purse, she put it all in there.
How is The Bachelor not doing a good job screening people? Like in the Bachelorette season, we had Easy with his whole scandal, and he wasn't, screened very well. And now you've got this going on.
You're frozen, Dano.
I wasn't frozen on my end, but what I said was they got it. Is like, how do they not screen these people? We got Easy last with the Bachelorette, and now we got this like thing going on. Like, what? Or is it just that they don't care and it just adds into her bill? Yeah, they need to do better background checks. But does she leave after tomorrow? Like, she's got to leave after tomorrow. We're like, this is what, the 4th episode of the season coming up tomorrow?
I give her 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks? Wow. Mm-hmm. I haven't really seen any of most of the highlights that they've played of her on like the promos and stuff have finished, correct? Like they've gotten through with those. So do you think it's at least any time in the next 3 weeks she goes?
Yes,
There's no way she stays like any longer than that.
definitely within the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, because she's a real person, but she's a paid actress. 100%. 100% paid actor.
Yeah.
All right, Mallory, do you have anything else to add on pop culture news, or just do you want to read the polls?
Let me see if I have any. I don't think I have anything else. I mean, the burning memes have been funny. Love
Oh, yeah,
those.
there's that. Yeah, I'm a big fan. People don't like it. It's really annoying. Like I don't like it. I don't like that people don't like it. Like it's super funny.
Olivia, you're probably with that blonde girl, Sabrina Carpenter, and I took that personally.
What's more the meme of the last 12 months? That or this Bernie meme? Like they're both pretty. The best one I've seen so far is like I don't know. It's like the Michelangelo thing where it's like a finger. I forget what it's called, but like there's a finger and a mitten pointing at each other. So good. All right. Can you go over the polls? Por favor.
Okay, let me scroll down a little bit. Let's see what we have here. Let's start from yesterday. Is it a UFC main event with Herb Dean?
Without her,
82.
right?
You said with.
Oh,
82% yes. Do
yeah.
you use Clorox / Ooh, I did not mean to tap my camera. Do you use Clorox / Lysol wipes to clean your car? 71% no, it leaves streaks. 29% works perfectly. I want to know who said it works perfectly because I did try this like 2 weeks ago and it left streaks. Would you pay $9.99 a month for a Twitter subscription? 93% no.
This was the
Is it a
worst take. My friend comes out there on Twitter. He's like, I would pay $9.99 for a Twitter subscription. All the comments were, please delete this, delete this. Twitter's awful. I also commented and tagged Cronkite. I said I only have a Twitter because at Cronkite ASU says it will help me in my career. All right, keep going.
Is it a big process getting a train ready to go? 50-50 never happened before.
All right, and what's the last one?
Take that, Tennessee fans, 100% yes.
Ooh, all right. Check us out next week on Blaze Radio, blazeradioonline.com at 11 p.m. on Tuesday. That's Arizona time. And make sure to check out our other content that we put out during the week featuring various alumni of Arizona State. And good night, Canada.
Good night, Canada.